Sky News Australia is an Australian 24-hour cable and satellite channel available on the Foxtel and Optus television subscription platforms and on free-to-air television in regional and non-metropolitan areas throughout Australia. It is also available in New Zealand on Sky Television and Vodafone. Sky News Australia launched at 5 p.m. on the 19th of February 1996 as the first Australian-produced television news channel. The channel aired its 50,000th unique newscast on the 23rd of April 1996 at 11 a.m. Sky News was added to Auster on the 1st of April 2000. In 2004, Sky News began broadcasting Sky News Active, its on-demand interactive TV news service. In 2008, Sky News launched the Sky News Business Channel, and on the 20th of January 2009, Sky News launched Australian Public Affairs Channel. It began widescreen broadcasting on the 17th of May 2009. Sky News Australia began broadcasting in high definition on the 1st of December 2015. A fourth spin-off channel, Sky News Election Channel, was launched on the 1st of May 2016. In July 2017, Sky News became provider of Fox Sports News with a mix of presenters and reporters from both organizations combining for 20 hours of live content per day on Channel 500. Sports updates on Sky News programs are introduced as Fox Sports News Updates. In May 2018, Sky News Live moved to Channel 600 and added a simulcast on Channel 103. While its multi-view service closed and moved some of its overflow channels to an online portal. The flagship British Sky News channel also launched on Foxtel as Sky News UK, and a pack rebranded as Sky News Extra. In mid-2019, the channel began expanding its digital operations. This included a content partnership with YouTube, Microsoft News, Facebook and Taboola. That led to new, opinion-focused videos being uploaded more frequently and across News Corp platforms. After having previously not uploaded any videos from February 2017 to April 2019. As a result, its YouTube subscriptions increased over tenfold from 70,000 to 900,000. With more than 500 million total views. On Facebook, it had 5.69 million interactions in October 2020. With the total for all Australian broadcasting television pages being 16.06 million. And with 890,000 shares compared to a total of 1,600,000. As of July 2021, its YouTube channel has had around 1.2 billion views. Sky News Channel's parent company, Australian News Channel, was owned equally by British Sky Broadcasting, 7 Media Group and 9 Entertainment Co., each with a 33% stake in the company from its founding until December 2016. When it was acquired by News Corp Australia. In 2013, Sky News Australia was granted $20 million Australian dollars in funding from its parent company to be used over 3 years. Until 2015, Sky News was responsible for producing New Zealand's Prime News, first at 5:30 from Sydney. Hosted by Eric Young with filming taking place in Prime's Albany studios. It lost the contract to MediaWorks and subsequently ceased broadcasting a local New Zealand bulletin. In February 2018, Sky News Australia launched a digital-first brand and content platform called 2600. The online political newsletter is sent out daily with breaking news from Canberra. Sky News programming consists of a mix of live news bulletins, live broadcasts from events, original commentary panel programs and simulcasts of international sister station Sky News UK. Sky News has broadcast every sitting of Question Time from the House of Representatives since its launch in 1996. Sky News Australia increased its primetime programming offerings, particularly its political-themed shows, significantly in 2013, when it made more obvious its right-leaning ideology. Ahead of the 2013 federal election, cancelling almost entirely the slot's rolling news block Newsnight. It would then regain most of its runtime in 2014. Sky News Australia rebranded on the 19th of January 2015 as Sky News Live. dropping the Sky News National branding on weekdays. Throughout most of the day, rolling news coverage is presented from one of Sky News Australia's studios. From 5 p.m., commentary programs begin and continue through prime time until 11 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, AEDT. Most of these programs are presented by conservative commentators discussing the news of the day, often with a panel of other commentators, and feature a news update at the beginning of the program. Rolling news continues from 11 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, AEDT, before coverage switches to an overnight simulcast of Sky News UK at 1 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, AEDT. In 2007, Sky News aired local breakaway programming for New Zealand viewer in prime time. Filmed at Prime NZ's Auckland studios. One of these programs, Prime News, first at 5:30, was also simulcast to Australian viewer. The debut of Sky News NZ Evening News was watched by just 1,500 viewers and panned by critics. As of 2015, no local New Zealand programs are produced or broadcast following the loss of a production contract with Prime NZ. However, the channel debuted New Zealand Agenda on the 16th of June 2018. Hosted by New Zealand Bureau Chief James O'Doherty from Well.